everyone, welcome to another video. Again, I'm in the exact same look as I was last two videos, but I thought I wanted to play with the new makeup I bought at TJMaxx. So I thought I would do another video just kind of going through what I think about every product. And I've already primed my eyes with my new Eden Shadow Insurance. Sorry, not Shadow Insurance, that's Too Faced. Primer Potion. And yeah, by the way, their packaging makes me feel like a wizard. Just want to point that out. I like the purple better than the tan, to be honest. But the tan is still really cool. Anyway, so yeah, so now I have that on my eyes, and I have some primer, or not primer, I have some moisturizer on my face. I have this Pond's for Dry Skin Cream. I have really dry skin, so I tried to do that. So there's a tip that I learned from Jacqueline Hill, because we're just going to jump into this and probably zoom you up just a tiny bit more. She sprays setting spray on her sponge before putting on foundation, and that's what we're going to do to kind of prime the face. And I am going to do a little more full coverage than I normally do. Like I said, I don't like a lot of makeup, so we're going to see, because I do have a couple more natural products that I bought, and I want to play with the more natural, and I want them to really show through, so I may end up using a BB cream. We'll see. Well, we'll probably should make up our mind. We're going to go in with the L'Oreal BB cream, if I could find it. As you know, I am the most unorganized person I know. Like, I can get organized, like I said before, but it's hard to stay organized. So the L'Oreal Skin Beautifier in Fair. As you can see, it's actually really fair. I'm gonna use my naked palette mirror, the new naked matte palette that I got. I really feel blessed to have gotten this one, because normally when I buy new makeup, it's usually stuff that just, you know, I either find at Marshall's or I'll go and find a palette there, but I won't find one that's actually something that's like a new release that everyone's excited about. I'll get like the stuff that's, you know, it's been around. I just want to try it because I'm kind of new to the scene. So I'm kind of excited that I'm trying something that is brand spanking new, just a couple weeks old. I know it doesn't mean that much to everyone, but to me it means a lot. Because through college, I was really super broke, and so now that I can afford it a little bit more, it feels good. So now I'm going to take, we're going to go, oh, where's my favorite concealer? There it is. I love the No Filter Concealer from ColourPop Cosmetics. So we're going to take that over my blemishes and do some more natural highlighting with it. Kind of in these areas. Give us something to stick our highlighter to. I look like I'm going to war. So we're going to use this, and I'll even take it, when I do my under eyes, sometimes I'll actually like do real under eye concealing where I do like the V, but lately I just, for natural looking type makeup, I just put like a little line there, like this, and then I will bring it under my eye, rather than having like a bunch of it. So we're going to use the cream products before we use any powder products, because I had a lot of cream products I want to use. I actually am going to use like that really dark concealer that I purchased, because I can. We're going to use it for like a contour kind of situation and see if that actually does something. I have to hurry up because I do want to get dinner ready for my husband before he gets off work, but yes, I look ghostly. And this is what my natural skin looks like in real life. Like when I put on my shade of everything, as you can see, it actually matches my neck. So yeah, I am very pale, and it's not like I don't go outside. I go out in the sun. Like, you can kind of see I have a little bit of a sunburn. I don't know if you can even tell, but there's a little bit of redness there. A little bit on my elbow kind of area. I don't know. Can you tell? Probably not. But for some reason, just naturally, I have always been very pale, which I will say my family is Scotch and Irish and German, so there is a lot of Scandinavian in there as well. So, I think that has something to do with the fairness, but it's funny because both my brothers can get really tan. My mom is super fair, like I am. My dad is very tan. So I got it from my mom. but she's actually not as fair as I am. She's getting tanner now. I think she doesn't self-tan, but she started picking up more, like using tanning oils, and she's been able to get the sun into her body more. Me, I don't want to spend a long time in the sun. I really don't want cancer. I want to be careful, but I'm also not really into self-tanners either. So the next thing I'm going to pick up is I'm going to pick up this Becca Beach Tint. And I do apologize for my last video for not being able to try on the products as we go along. I thought that would have been so much fun. I don't know why I didn't think about that. So we're going to do this, and then I think I'm going to try to find a brush, yeah. I'm just going to use like a flat foundation brush, and we're just going to work this into the skin. Oh, that's pretty. A little bit much. I should have done a little less product, but that's okay. We're just, you know, we're having some fun over here. And I'll have more products on as well. Yeah, that is pigmented. Yes. Okay, I'm actually really liking that. It is a little bit too bright for my liking personally. I do love a lot of blush, but maybe it's the shade. I think it's the pink. To me, looks like I just worked out, and I think that's what I don't like. I want to try this on my lips though. We're going to put a tiny bit on my ring finger because it says it's also a lip tint. Just a soft pink kind of color, which is not bad for the summer. It does feel a little bit oily, so that's something I would not be a big fan of. Also, I have a little bit of foundation on, so it looks a little weird. So I want to try out that concealer as a contour to see, does it look good? Hopefully it does. It probably will not. So we're going to do a little bit contouring. This actually may be the right shade of like, if I had a contour, this might be the right shade for me to make it look natural. I've actually started saying natural ever since I watched J-Lo's makeup artist do Tati's makeup. Obviously, Tati is like my favorite. Tati. She's my favorite YouTuber, so you will hear a lot of her in my videos. So I'm just going to stop there for a minute and use my beauty blender to blend it all in. Well, actually, yes. That may be what I've been needing this whole time, is a cream contour. Because that looks much more natural than it usually does when I use powder contours. Which, like I said, cream looks more natural in general than powder, because your skin is made up of water, not powder substances. So I think that's why cream tends to look a little more natural. Yep, that's actually what I've been needing this whole time. Now I know what to use this for. I found something to use it for. Then I'm going to do a little bit on my forehead. I think that's all I wanted. I do want to do a little bit more right there and across. It's not dark enough to be a contour. I think this is more for bronze. But still, having something to shadow with that looks actually natural, does not look super duper crazy, is actually really nice. I'm loving it. I actually am so happy. Yeah, that looks good. We're gonna keep that. So then I'm going to, for highlighting, I was trying to debate what I wanted to do. If I wanted to do like this creamy one, let's do the cream. And then, no, I want to use the cream from the Sleek palette. We've already kind of tried on that one. That was Urban Decay, so now we're going to go in with this one. Ooh, yes, please. And we're just going to pounce it into the skin lightly, just enough to blend, not to remove color. Oh, I will say, I just noticed something about this I don't like. See how it's gone? Oh my goodness. So we're going to try this again. I couldn't get the edges to blend out. It's like it dried immediately when I touched my skin. And then when I started blending, it went almost away. So that's not a good sign. And also, it feels very oily, which is a problem for me. As it would be for anyone, it's just super duper oily. I'm not a fan of that. Let's try this powder highlighter from the same palette. I'm using the light pink one. And by the way, this is the Sleek palette that I picked up. I've been wanting to try Sleek Cosmetics for a very long time. That's better. Yes, the powder works better than the cream. I was just hoping the cream would give a natural highlight and it just faded into my skin, which is not necessarily something you want. There we go. We got a little bit of something there. Not too bad. Then let's move on to the eyes. So I've already done the shadow insurance, so we're going to play with this palette. I'm going to start off with the shade Blur all over my eyes, just so that we have a base set. And also to set that primer. I've tried a lot of high-end primers and I have not tried the MAC Painterly. I really want to try the MAC Paint Pots. But I've tried a lot of primers, and so far my favorite has been the Urban Decay one. It stays the best out of any of them. It almost glues your eyeshadow to you until you're ready for it to come off. But I will say it does kind of dry, too dry, if that makes sense. It almost feels itchy sometimes. And I think it's that rather than the eyeshadow, because I will try eyeshadows with it and with a different one, and the different one will, or like even drugstore will almost work better. Like, it won't feel dry, but this stays on forever. That's why I like it. So I'm going to take the shade Bucked, which I think it's from the original palette. Like I said, I did not have the original, but I was super duper into it. And this one's just going to go in the outer area. I don't generally put on a full face of makeup when my husband's about to come home. But I just wanted to play with these products so bad that I thought, why not? And so this is going to kind of come in a little more. I think that's a good base for us to start off with, and then we will go from there. So then I'm going to take, let's see, what am I going to take? None of my brushes are really very clean right now. I need to clean them all, so I have to kind of dig to find the ones that are ready to be used. I need to wash them probably tonight or tomorrow. So I'm going to take this It's My Ray Ray Collection brush. I do have to clean them off because a lot of them have bright colors from doing the Maleficent tutorial or different bright ones I've done. So I'm going to do the small one. This is the number 7. I did find one of their palettes at TJMaxx, the one from It's My Ray Ray's collection from BH Cosmetics. I almost picked it up. It was like $5, but it didn't have a tag on it, and I was really, like, I had such a headache and did not want to go through the trouble of them having to find out how much they're going to charge me for it or just not sell it to me. So, yeah. And then I'm going to take, actually no, I'm going to wait on this brush. We're going to take another fluffy brush, tiny bit bigger, and we're going to take that shade Retro that I've been wanting to try, and we're going to put that up there, kind of above where we put the other colors. Just, oh yes, to add a little bit of a pink vibe going on. Now, for those who wondered, so I do get a lot of makeup. I do a lot of hauls and everything. I've already made the disclaimer that I spend my own money on it. It's not, none of it's been sent to me. Obviously, I have 3 subscribers. But what I do with stuff that I don't end up liking, and not that I don't like, but you'll notice in my videos, I'll get rid of a lot of makeup, a lot of stuff you won't see in videos anymore because I've gotten rid of it. And what I do is I never throw away makeup unless it's broken, crusty, nasty, or expired. I give it away. I recently just gave my mom a giant bag full of makeup that I knew I was not going to use or was not the biggest fan of, and she loved it, and that's what I usually do. So if you ever wonder why makeup just kind of disappears from my channel sometimes, it's usually because I've given it to a family member or a friend. I will not give away makeup I've used, ever, because it's just not very hygienic. Makeup, like, do it in a giveaway. But when it's family, you know, it's a little different. I'm taking the shade Endgame, and that one we are putting outer area. And we're going to do some blending. Oops. I am still in love with that contour. It actually worked really good to kind of thin my nose out. I have a little bit of a bumpy edge right here on my nose because I was in a car wreck in September and fractured my nose. It's actually my left nostril, but something about it kind of messed it up. If you can tell, it's kind of bumpier there. And so I'm a little self-conscious about that. I told Jared, I was like, if I ever do, not saying I would, but if I ever do some kind of plastic surgery, the one thing I would want is to fix that. because it was not like that before I got in my car wreck, and it just kind of ruined my nose a little bit. Not ruined. I'm not self-conscious about it super. You know, I don't ever think about it, but if I had to fix something, I'd fix that. So then I'm going to take the shade Angel Fire on a flat brush. This is that shade I talked about that I really wanted to try. And this one we're going to kind of focus on the inside of the eye. That one's actually kind of patchy. What? I mean, I am applying it a little bit wet. Why is that so patchy? We're going to try my finger. See, with the finger it goes on no problem, but when I tried using a brush, it didn't really do much. And this I'm focusing on the inside of the eye, so that the center is still bare, so you can see a little better. I could zoom in just a tiny bit more, but I don't want to get too personal here. So then I'm going to take the shade Reputation on this brush, and that one we're going to focus kind of on the outer area. Yeah, that's gorgeous. It's a pretty color. I feel like this might be my go-to palette from now on, because it does have enough that you can have some fun with it. It's good for traveling, but then you can also do very natural looks as well. Ooh, I like that. Of course, I went for the most basic look, and by the way, the color Reputation is the one I just put on my eyes. But sometimes basic is better, and when I'm trying out a palette for the first time, I always like to go a little more basic. I'm going to take the shade Dream Weaver, and that one, ooh, that one has some fallout. Not the nicest eyeshadow I've ever tried. Yeah, this one definitely has too much fallout for me. Let's flick it away. Problem with Urban Decay shadows, they're so pigmented that if I try to scoop it away, I still have a little bit of black left behind. So that is an issue for me. And then I'm going to try to smoke out my lash line a little bit. I'm going to have to wait on that fallout, because with the same shade, okay, I do not like the shade. Look how beautiful it is though when you swatch it. Gorgeous shade, but it does not go onto the eye very easily. It likes to put up a little bit of a fight. I'm going to have to redo a lot of my makeup, I feel like. Good. Then we're going to take a angled eyebrow, eyeliner, whatever brush. I've got to find one first. Actually, no, not angled, just like a very thin brush. I'm going to take the color Distilled. And we're just going to focus that one. There we go. That smoked it out a little bit better than the other one. It's not that the shade Dream Weaver is bad. It just does not, maybe I have not mastered how to use it. Where I was applying it, I felt like there was no pigmentation. Distilled is more of a coppery brown type shade, but it still smokes it out better than the other one did. We can take the same brush with a little bit of Distilled, and that's going to go on the bottom lash line. Wow, I can't believe I actually have a few bad, like not bad, but just not great things to say about this. I went into this thinking that I was not going to have anything in the slightest that I did not like about it, but actually there are a couple of things I'm not too keen on, so we're going to have to talk about those. I am trying to remember to actually talk about the bad things and not forget them, because I will do that. I'll just get so caught up in the good things that I forget the bad. So we're going to make sure to take some time, just real quick, to talk about that. I'm not going to put any eyeliner on, and by the way, I'm taking Angel Fire, just kind of on the inner area, to brighten up the eyes. And we're going to take the shade Bribe. That's going to go on my brow bone, in the inner corner. And mascara, we're taking Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced, which has become my new favorite high-end mascara. Whenever I apply mascara, I always like to go from the bottom, like have the mirror pointing down and look down at the mirror so that I can apply it the best to my lashes. And then I'll let my lashes look up and then I'll finish it off. And I always apply mascara only to the outer corner. Do the same on this side. Now that we're finished with that boring part, look at that look. And we're just going to finish it off. And for the lip color, we're going to take this Major Matte Metallic one from Sleek. I'm not using the Too Faced one just because I want something that will dry down. Plus, I think this would be gorgeous for this look. I think that is a good look right there. The blush, everything, I think turned out pretty good. Highlighter, not the biggest fan of. We're just going to finish it off with a little bit of this essence. My mouth was open. And then a little bit of the eyebrow gel just to kind of brush my eyebrows out a little more naturally. This is kind of what I do during summer back when I used to live in Croatia. Essence is a European brand. And so this I grew up on. This was the first makeup brand I ever got a full face of makeup from for my birthday. So yeah, my birthday, my 16th birthday when I was allowed to wear makeup, my parents took me out and bought me a bunch of makeup and I chose mostly Essence. Okay, so let's talk about everything one by one before we finish the video off. The first one would be the elephant in the room, the eyeshadow. I don't know, it's not an elephant, why did I say that? The main star of the show. So let me fix my knee because it's kind of hurting me a little bit, and I'm going to zoom you out because I feel a little bit weird. Also, I'm not wearing any pants, so I don't want to zoom you out too much. So this is the first one that I want to review. This is the beautiful Naked Reloaded palette that replaced the Naked original palette. This is gorgeous. Some beautiful shades. I want to start off with that. They did a good job. I love they added a blushy kind of tone just so you can add a little bit more dimension to your eyes. I love a good blush or a peach. I love that. I love there's some darker tones with the Dreamwalker and some browns. There's a good transition shade, some good highlighting type shades, a beautiful gold. I didn't even really play with that one, did I? That one would be pretty on its own. Beautiful shades. And by the way, I did just realize I forgot to include this. I'll do a video on this, or not on it, but I'll include this in my next video probably. So yeah, I love that. The packaging is great, but let's talk about the eyeshadows, because if the packaging is great and the eyeshadows suck, there's no reason to spend $44 on a palette. 44? Was it 44? It was 44, exactly. Man, I'm smart. If, you know, the packaging is great, but the eyeshadows suck, there's no reason to spend $44 on a palette. But, I will say this actually, maybe not worth $44, but for the kind of colors you get, it's great. The shade Dreamweaver did not work for me. It kind of crumbled off of my eyes and created a ton of fallout. Was not a fan of that. But other than that, the other shadows didn't give me much trouble. Well, Angel Fire, I did have a little bit of trouble using a brush to add some pigmentation. I had to use my finger, but it just may be a little bit of learning how to use using the right tools. I think I can definitely make it work for me, but yes, gorgeous colors. I'm going to swatch them again for you. I did not play with Burn, but Burn, whoo, that one is pigmented. But yeah, that one, shadows were great. You know, there was just a few little problems with that two colors that I tried out. I did try a good range of colors in here. I used some of the darker shimmer metallics, some of the lighter ones, some of the darker colors. So I think I did a pretty good job incorporating a lot of the colors in it, including that retro shade. I think that is probably one of my favorite shades in the palette. So beautiful. So this one I would give, out of a score of 5, I would give it a 0.5, just taking off 0.5 for the fact that we did have a little bit of trouble there. Then on the sleek, this one I give a 0.5 out of 10, out of 5. If even that, like, can I give it a 0.1? The shadows just, they swatch better on your hand than on the face. They're not very pigmented. This one, I mean, I can get one from Wet n Wild for, it's like $3. In fact, I have it right here. It's this one. It's one of their powder ones. This one is pretty much a dupe for this one. They're about this, I mean, if you get this one at the actual store, not at, you know, a retailer like Marshalls or TJMaxx, then I would definitely go for this one. In fact, I would still go for this one over this. It's so much more pigmented. Yeah, this I'm not a huge fan of. This would probably go in my give to someone else kind of drawer because it does not work for me. And that creamy shade was just so oily. It was a little sickening. Nothing bad to say about this. Colors glide onto this perfectly. So we're just not going to even talk about that. Then the, I'm trying to think of another product I used. This is gorgeous and I love it. It does have a little bit of a tackiness, but not unbearable unless I like press into my lips. Kind of very beautiful shade and perfect, I think, for summertime for me. I really like these kinds of shades. The Becca Cheek Tint, not a huge fan of the color. A little bit too bright for me. I would have gone for more of a deeper kind of tone. But, you know, I think if I just kind of work with it, you know, just a little bit on no concealer, no foundation or BB cream or whatever, I think it would be really good. I just need to work a little more moderately. I do think it's a little bit patchy and a little bit unrealistically bright. But maybe on a deeper tone this would look better. I just have super fair skin, so yeah. Then, that concealer, where is it? The Japanese concealer worked like a dream as a contour. This is my new favorite contouring type product. Oh my goodness, it looks great, does not look patchy. It's blended, and I actually blended it, and I was able to keep the pigment without keeping it setting on my skin, and I love that about it. What else did I use that I want to mention? I think that's pretty much it. Recently I got this in the mail, the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Beautiful mascara. I love it. And look at that eye look. It looks so gorgeous. And I think we're done with this video because it's getting really long. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys want in the giveaway because we're going to do a giveaway pretty soon. I gotta kind of think about what I want to give away because I'm trying to think. I thought about doing another one of these chocolate gold sets. Is this something you'd want? You would get chocolate bar, that, and that. Let me know in the description box down below. And what I will essentially do is I will DM you or something, DM the winner. And I think this actually might be something like this. I'll probably do like a collection kind of thing rather than going shopping for a bunch of stuff. And then I'll probably order it from the website to your door. Just for the sheer fact that it's so much easier than going out and shipping stuff myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed filming. Make sure you guys subscribe, comment, like, and I'll see you guys in my next video. The next video we do will be a Maleficent going out kind of look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye!